Can you hear us now? Check, testes.
Dude, this
How about it?
not the way to fucking
How about it?
roll out the fucking... We just have
Nick Fleetwood.
All right, can I ask you guys a serious fucking question? Is the microphone on?
Okay, cool. It's on.
Cool.
It's on.
It's on!
So do I have, okay, let me ask you a question. Do I have to start over from the beginning?
Oh, start over from the beginning.
Fucking A. Now you're going to get the unenthusiastic version of what the fuck I just said like 10 minutes ago.
3 times.
God. What's up? We're fucking here at Tommy Lee's studio.
God
For
damn
the
it.
fucking 10th time in a row because our fucking microphone hasn't been on. And somebody else want to take this right now.
So we've been in the studio for a few months, working on this stuff. Really excited about it. Right now we're in Tommy Lee's studio at the Atrium. It's
Probably one of the last days.
it's one of the last days.
Wrap it up.
We're wrapping it up, and the big announcement is we have a release date of October 2nd. So keep that in your mind, October 2nd.
Let's fucking get on the charts.
October Deuce.
Let's chart at number 2 on the charts, Papa Roach. I don't even fucking care. We didn't need to be number 1. I'll take number 2. Oh yeah, man, we're stoked. We're glad to be here. I wish you guys would have heard us a while ago. I was way more enthusiastic. Now I'm just fucking pissed off.
All right, let's go through some.
Yeah, so we don't have a title for the album yet. We're still not sure. It's always the case with Papa Roach.
Last minute.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
What else?
Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about how the recording process is going. See, we started in Sacramento at our own studio downtown called Red House. We started back in December? November. Just kind of, we bought this studio like 6-7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And so we had to kind of work out some kinks. We had to buy some gear. We had to clean the place up, get it ready to rock. So we spent a few months kind of doing that, setting up our gear, just kind of jamming, getting sounds, just getting everything right before we actually started. And then I'd say about first of the year, we really started to dive into the writing, and it was really great because we got to do it in our hometown. I got to hang out with our old friends, kind of be a part of the old scene, and there's this really cool club called Ace of Spades right down the street. So we would go there a lot and watch bands come through and play, and just see a lot of the old school homies. So that was kind of definitely like inspirational and an influence on the record.
Yeah, to hang out with like a lot of our old friends is cool. That was like a cool part about being downtown. Friends just stopping by the studio. Hey, what's up? Playing some tracks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Plus, it was like
definitely had like a leisure vibe, just because we were close to home. It's like we knew where everything was, and we knew like our favorite burrito spots, and our favorite Thai spots, and our favorite watering holes and local bars and whatever. So, but a lot of the time was just spent really like seriously living in the studio 24/7. There's like a room dedicated to like basically it looks like bunks on a tour bus, and we slept there, and we just did everything there. We vibed out, had a few parties there, and worked really just on making like the best Papa Roach music that we possibly could, and we had so many ideas, probably at least 20, and we got to narrow it down to a dozen, and then after we had about a dozen songs, I think we decided to write 5 more.
Yeah. We got to the end of it, and we're like, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's where we're at right now. But we're at the end of that phase, and now it's just trying to get the artwork and the artwork and the mixes and everything, just the final stages together, so that we can present it to you on October 2nd.
We like running things down to the wire because it happened on Metamorphosis too.
Yeah.
Yep, it happens.
We just
Happens every record.
we did right, and then, we're going on tour tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
we're and finish Lifeline on the road.
Guess what? We're going on tour in a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon we're leaving for tour. So, but I'd say just like every record that we make, you know, there's like, especially with this one, there was a lot of moments, you know, where it was really, really fun and exciting, especially because we got to do it in our own studio, we got to do it in our hometown. But there's definitely moments of pressure, and there's definitely moments of doubt. But I'd say that the most rewarding part was when we really got to like push. You know, we had the time and we had this energy that, you know, pushed us to make, you know, like next level pop music.
Yeah, dude, this shit is definitely next level. Like, you know, because in 2000 we got lumped in with like all the new metal bands, and you know, we wanted to shed the shell of that and wanted to be a band with our own identity, and we did that. And then, you know, 5 years later, we got lumped in with a whole new slew of bands, and you know, it's like time for P. Roach to shed the shell again. You know, it's time for us to come back with something that's totally fucking original. You know, so when you hear these new tracks on the radio, it's like, that's fucking P. Roach, and that's fucking original. You know, and that's the thing for us. It's like, you know, we refuse to just get pigeonholed. It's boring. It's lame. It's played out. You know, it's just like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I just think like some of the rock just all starts to sound the same. You know, and it's like sometimes you just got to break out of your normal your songwriting style or your cycle and like try something new. And we did that with the process of this record, and it totally shows in the sound of the album. I mean, there's you know, we delved into some, you know, heavier sounds. There's a track, Where Did the Angels Go? It's fucking just straight, like, got some metal riffery on it. We've got a song called Before I Die, where it's just like full-on electronic programmed verses with rock choruses, and you know, it's just like really we stepped out of the box on this one, and it's the cool thing is we never in any of the songs have lost the identity of who P. Roach is, which is dope, you know, because you know, sometimes you hear bands that go in and they like really try to like reinvent it, and you just go, what the fuck happened? Like, we wanted to reinvent it to a point to where it's like still our fans, you know, you guys that still get it, you know, but also please our fucking music freak geeks that live inside of us.
It's fresh for everyone.
Yeah.
Us and the fans. Hopefully.
Oh no, definitely.
I mean,
I feel it, man.
So if you wonder what we've been doing for the past, you know, 6 months, it's just been working hard on the record, like really just diving into every aspect of every song, you know, just trying to make it work tastefully. And
we're busy getting new hairstyles.
This is the longest we've ever worked on a record, though.
Yeah, it is. No, dude, Murder we worked on it for a while and I got shelved. Yeah. They didn't want to put that record out.
Yeah.
Fucking dickheads. Whatever. You know, these industry people too, man, sometimes they just fucking fuck your whole day up. You know. But, you know, thank God we're not industry motherfuckers and we're rock and rollers, so it's our gig. But, yeah, we're super hyped, man. We feel like we got a good synergy, you know, with our industry motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know, really, I mean, like, in this business, you know, we feel like we've got a good relationship with our management, the promoters out there in the world, and it just seems like, you know, this could be a really, really important time for our band. So we wanted to make the music that really fit that time. Plus, if you guys want to check out the artist that's doing the album cover and the layout, and probably this will trickle down into merch as well as the website, you know, and the whole imaging. There's an artist named Android Jones. That is Android Jones. Google him. There's a piece of his art that
he's rad.
Yeah, he's just next level. He mixes the biological and the digital, the electrical and the spiritual, the technical and the fucking not so technical, if there's another word. But yeah, he's tight. Damn, I'm in a better mood now. 5 minutes later,
you want to talk about some of the themes on the record?
Yeah, dude. Themes on the album. You know, yet again, you know, life happens, man. It's like
Yeah, it seems like with every record, like shit happens, like whether it's like personal, like internal, like deep internal shit, or just the band, or just our whole outlook on music, period, and it definitely reflects in the music. So
Yeah, I mean, themes. It's like
there's struggle and there's
redemption.
Redemption. There's hope and
there's strength.
Yeah.
There's weakness. There's vulnerability. There's just a myriad of emotions that happen on this record. But it's like, I don't know. I went through some crazy ass shit, man. I got sober again in the process of making this record, which is for me always I like to go out there and go so hard till the wheels fall off, and then I put the wheels back on, and
he gets cherry tomato. Bro.
Yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? and then also my wife left me in the process of making the record, which was pretty tight, No, and then so I was totally heartbroken and wanted to kill myself, and so we wrote some songs, and that got me through it, and so to just be blatant, straight up about it. That's what's up. That's what's going on with me. So that was my experience the last few months, and so just music about somebody that's just really fucking heartbroken and confused and trying to get his fucking life back. And this record, dude, there's a song called "Before I Die," where
it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, dude. This song was like, I remember Tobin was playing it. It was like this electronic, like, tripped out song. He's like, oh, check it out. I don't know if it's P. Roach. And whenever Tobin says, I don't know if this is like a P. Roach song, I'm like, fucking, I better listen to it. So I was like, that's badass, dude. There's got to be a way we could finagle this into a P. Roach track. And we did, man. It just came out great. I remember we recorded the verse, and it was just all electronic, and I went to Sausalito to hang myself and wrote the lyrics to this song. It's funny in hindsight, but I went to Sausalito, and on the way, dude, wrote the lyrics to this song, and that is just saved my life. Again, music saving my life. I know it sounds all depressing and shit and whatever, but, shit gets real sometimes. Yeah, dude, so that song was freaking amazing. Sometimes it's like music just hits you sideways out of nowhere.
Yep. I Wish You Never Met Me.
Yeah, and actually,
that was the first one I think you read when all the shit was fucking going down.
Yeah, that's another one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But the cool thing too about Before I Die is when we first started jamming that song, the very first time we were learning it and kind of just playing it together as a band, the chorus is actually what you're hearing. It's like just because there's a certain energy to the way that we're playing.
We didn't even re-record it. It was just a jam session that we slapped on top of the fucking electronic song.
I didn't even think about that.
It's got the drums again. It's got a really tight, loose vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tight, loose vibe.
Yeah, it's dope though, dude. Because I remember the guys were away, and I recorded the vocal, and then James, producer James Michael, we started Frankensteining it all together. And then it was like, oh, this has got a vibe. Like if you put the the hard edge rock on it, and it just really, because I remember we did a whole rock version of the song, and it was it just didn't have that fucking thing that we were looking for, That's the thing, man. There's been some rewrites on this record. We come in and Not That Beautiful. We rewrote it went through 3 changes. It started as a punk rock, almost like Foo Fighters punk rock jam, and then it went to this halftime big sprawling epic song to this back to a kind of upbeat. It's almost like it's amalgamation of both versions of the song. The up tempo and then the half tempo one.
Yep.
And there's a female this underground artist by the name of Shanaz that did a backing vocal on the chorus of that song. So she just got this harmony underneath me that just fucking rips. That song's got a rap in the bridge. There's a song we just did with John Feldman down here called Still Swingin' that has got to be the most fiery, ferocious P. Roach track on the record. I listened to it this morning and I just wanted to get up and fucking just jump out the window and just go crazy. Just it's just
jump in the air.
It made me feel like I drank 3 Rockstar energy drinks. You know what I'm saying? I felt just
several air punches.
Yeah.
Which equals basically half the red line.
Double jump. Double pump jump.
Yeah, I jump in the air and then jump in the air again. like from the air, off the air. You know, that song, there's some that I definitely think that one could be a contender for the first single.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it and I'm just like, oh, fuck. It could be a great first song on the record, too.
Yeah.
You know, we're still working on the sequencing of the album, too, so. And I think we're going to do like a 10 or 11 song record. And so we want to just have the best of the sessions on this album. And it's slamming stellar. I mean, is there any other song that's like really Oh, Leader of the Broken Hearts.
Yep.
That's another one that came in like the 11th hour. I remember we were almost done in the sessions in Sacramento, and James was like, what if you he kept playing Forever by Papa Roach. He kept going, man, that song Forever, like, we just kind of need a song that kind of sits in that world, you know? Not necessarily a knockoff of the song, but just something that kind of just
Had that kind of dynamic.
Yeah, that dynamic. Yeah, that chill verse with the big chorus. And you guys were out there playing acoustics, and you guys pulled it together right quick. And then I remember jammed it out electric.
That one came off of an old jam.
It did? Okay, so because it was like off the one with the lead part that never made it.
Yeah.
It was like that inspired the whole song, and then it never even made it. But sometimes that's what it
That's
takes.
what it is, huh?
Yeah. Slow Jammy McGrammy.
Yep.
It still sounds different though. We could even have that song again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
nobody's ever heard that.
We had some funny working titles, too. There was Slow Jammy McGrammy,
Groomy McDoom.
Groomy McDoom,
Uh,
Groomy McDoom, which came out sick, dude.
Dancing McPants Off.
Dancing McPants Off. Fucking
Batshit Crazy.
batshit crazy. Oh, man. We've had some funny titles, dude. There's some other good ones.
Those are the main ones.
Yeah, and
I mean, when you look back on it, dude, we had some good times making this fucking record.
Yeah.
It's like a record, you know, it always comes with like, you know, it always has its ebb and flow, you know, where it's like, you know, I'll have a couple of days where I got writer's block, I want to just stab myself in the eye, and then the next day it's like, it flows out of me, you know, and it's also, I think too, when we put ourselves a little bit out of our comfort zone, sometimes we come up with something that's just totally different, and I think that, you know, that's what's fresh about P. Roach. It's not like every time we step in the studio and we lay down a track or a riff, not everything we do we think is the greatest thing in the world. So that's what I think drives us to really try to push ourselves as artists and stuff like that. So I think that's also a very, you know, a big driving force behind our band is that we're not our biggest fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes a lot to impress us.
We are our own worst critic.
Yeah, we're our biggest critics.
That's true.
So on that note,
Before we fucking make like Christian and Bale, we're going to give you a little update of what our summer schedule's like.
Yes.
Schedule.
Tour schedule.
we got the dates up for this run coming up.
June 23rd, we start in Wyoming.
Yeah.
We're doing some headlining dates. We're doing some big festivals. I think we're doing Summerfest in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I think we're doing some dates with Shinedown, which is going to be cool. Gonna go check out Skinny Brent. Go hang out with those guys. And then we're gonna take a little break, and then we're going on Uproar. Rockstar Energy Drink Uproar Tour 2012. And we suggest fans bring your fucking A game.
Bring your A game.
Because we are.
You need to go training for a little bit. You need to start running a little
you
bit.
Start exercising, working out, lifting weights, running, eating right,
Yep.
so you can keep up with these motherfuckers right here because we're fucking dope.
Stop eating after 10 p.m.
And bring a backpack of water.
Yeah. And a 40-ounce of OE. Because we going to party, man.
No bath salts.
No. All right. We're out.
We gotta work.
October 2nd. That's when the record's dropping. October 2nd.
We'll see you before then. Face out.